Alrighty, so here it is on the bench. Here's the HDOs in all their glory, and if you're new to the FPV scene, there's sort of two types of goggles. We call them kind of FATSHARK style, or these dual screen diversity goggles, or you can have some big box goggles on your face. Now, FATSHARK's been around for a while. They make some top tier stuff, and this is no exception with their goggle. Now, first things first, what we want to do, let's stick it on the bench, and stick it on the scales. Find out how much it's going to weigh, because, what's that on ounces every time? There we go. It's coming in at 198 grams, and that's without a receiver. And also, if we stick on this one right here, this is 180 grams and 177 grams. That's my Onway V1s. And I'm going to say that that's important because we're going to be comparing these goggles a fair bit, but I do notice the extra weight when it's on your face because you want your goggles to be as light as possible. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go through some of the text right here. It won't be super in-depth in detail because, look, there's a million and one reviews tearing these down. But what I want to show you is all our impressions with the top pilots, myself, and the rest of the crew on what the HDOs are actually like and help you make that decision. What we'll do, let's just work our way around the goggle and talk about each part as it comes up, and then we'll get out to the field and have some fun. So first things first, let's talk about the part where you actually stick your face. I do prefer this foam. I think it lasts a little bit longer, and it is nice how you can snap that on and off. You can see we've got our fan on the top with a little fan plug. Are you kidding me? Come on, that should be inbuilt. I'm not a fan of that. This has been around for years now. Goggles like the Onway V1s, they've got their fan built in underneath. That's fine. They don't need a separate power jack, anything like that. So that part, I got to say, FATSHARK, come on, man. What are you doing? You got to pick the game up a little bit on that part. Then moving towards the middle, this is what I do love, is these screens in here. So these have 37-degree field of view. They've got some OLED screens. They are super high resolution. They look amazing. When you're actually flying around, the picture that you see, I'm going to say it is very, very clear. You have an advantage. I've never seen a clearer image than when looking through these goggles. So straight off the bat, if you're looking for the clearest goggles on the market that give you the best FPV feed straight to your eyes, this is it. Now moving around the rest of the goggles, you can see you've got your little eye adjustments, all that sort of stuff. I think it's on the back of the box. Is it 59? It is. It's 59 to 69, for your IPD adjustment. You've got some other parts for your head tracker, turn your receiver on, your RX on, off, all that sort of stuff. Head jack jack. If you want to use HDMI, all this other part, it's pretty standard with most of our goggles nowadays. Now if we turn it over, we've got our receiver module bay right here, and I'm kind of in two minds about this because, look, if you're dropping $500 on some goggles, and we will talk about the price, you're probably not too upset about forking out some extra money. You've probably got a lot of cash to buy an extra module, but for me, that's so much money to pay for. And then on top of that, you've got to buy some extra modules to put in there as well. So I don't know. I guess each person's going to feel differently about that. On the top, we've got our sort of standard controls. Nothing has really changed. You know, your brightness, your channels, all that sort of jazz. And then you can start your little DVR recording right here. And we've got our little SD card in here, little red light flashes. I actually prefer this version, so I think this is much easier to get our SD card in and out. I've never lost an SD card in the top of my Onways. But for me, and you've got to apologise, I do have a bad cold. Sorry, guys, so that's why I sound so nasally. But for me, sometimes I need tweezers to get the things in and out of here. So that part is a little bit frustrating. Now, it is worth mentioning the quality of the things. FATSHARK, they make amazing stuff. Their quality is top-notch. Their service is top-notch. And you can also, if something comes up, you can just send these things back. They've got a great warranty. I've got to really take my hat off to FATSHARK. They do look after you when you buy one of their products. And then I guess the big elephant in the room is the price. And what can I say? They are $500 US, and it would be very easy for me to say, look, I got this pair sent to me for review, all that sort of stuff. They're fantastic. Go buy them right now. They are fantastic, but $500 is so much money, and I don't know what it's like for you other people out there, but in Australia, that's a huge chunk of our wages. It's an awful lot of money, and for the mum and dad sort of pilot or the person who wants to fly after school or after work, that is a whole heap of cash that they've got to drop on their goggles. And I can see, look, if you want the best of the best, these are it, but $500 is so much money. I don't know if the value's there when you've got something like the Onways, which, look, sometimes can be close to half the price, around $280 and stuff, especially when you factor in you do have to buy a module for these as well. Now, look, the other part that sort of riles me up is they're not perfect. Like the screens, yeah, I love them, but You know, do we really have to plug this battery in here for our faceplate for our fan? People have been wanting that, you know, change that please. It can't be too difficult. And also an on-off switch. How hard can those two little features be? You know, we're not talking rocket science here. I just want those little changes made, because then you would have a much better goggle. And I don't want to wait next year till the red edition comes out, which is more expensive but offers those features. I want those fixed up in this version. That's how I want the FATSHARK HDOs to come out, you know, especially if we're paying that large price point. I love these goggles and FATSHARK, don't get me wrong, but you're asking people for an awful lot of money for a product that I don't know if most people, you know, the value for me is not there. Yeah, sure, their prices might be a high expense to make, but the value for the consumer, I don't know if it's there for most people in the hobby. Not all of them, some people definitely, but for most people. But that's it on the bench. That's enough rambling, because look, it's a great goggle. Don't get me wrong. Let's take it out the field, fly it around, and get some other pilots' impressions on what they think about the FATSHARK HDOs.